Let's talk letters. In the UK, they released an R-rated version of this. Here in the States, it was X. 3 of them, in fact. This is the first in the Squeaky Clean adult films that we've ever changed. It was released 3 years ago as a G. I bring it to you as a PG. What a long, dumb intro. It's The Devil and Miss Jones. You heard it right. In that long, dumb thing, this is the first film we are changing the status to. Hi, I'm Jason from Barefoot. This is Squeaky Clean Adult Films, 1973, The Devil and Miss Jones. It's a good one. This picture was 67 minutes long. We got it down to 14. I love this movie. It is weird, different, very different. You don't even know how different. I don't even know if you will get that from our clean version of it. But believe you me, this film is bonkers. There were 8 people in this movie. That's not a lot. 8 people in this movie. Ours has 4. So we've cut the cast in half. We're slashing prices here at Barefoot. Gerard Damiano directed this. So, of course, as you know, that means we're in auteur status. To me, he's the best thing on screen, because at the very end, he is the priest who's also stuck in limbo. Georgina Spelvin, of course, is Miss Jones. She's our lead. Harold Reams plays the teacher. John Clemens is Abaka, not Chewbacca. Abaka and Gerard Damiano. 3 on-screen talent, plus the writer-director coming on in for a cameo. Love it. All right, speaking of talking, I've talked enough. I will be speaking at the end of the picture as well. A little post-film discussion. I'll meet you there.
Close your eyes. You'll see. I'm not crazy. He's here. You'll see. He'll come out. He's here. Please be seated.
Thank you.
You know why you're here, Miss Jones?
Yes, Mr.
Abaca.
Excuse me, Mr. Abaca. I think so. An interview for a job? I'm sorry. It's just that my thoughts have been a little mixed up since...
Your accident.
Yes.
No matter. Actually, there are two positions open. But in your case, there doesn't seem to be much choice.
Oh, excuse me. You must think me quite awful. It's just that I'm...
If you're confused, I don't blame you. It's quite natural. In cases like yours, we're just not prepared. You would think that a firm like ours doing basically the same thing year in and year out would have devised a system to cover all emergencies, but alas, with the population, it just gets more confusing.
I'm sorry. I don't seem to follow you. If you just...
I seem to be going around in circles. There are other ways to do it. Believe me, I've tried them, but it gets rather traumatic. Oh, in the long run, it's better to go a little slower. Would you like a cigarette? These are quite excellent.
Thank you.
No idea what a hassle I've had in getting them. See, our firm was started long before cigarettes were invented. And, well, there were no provisions in our original charter for them.
You're frightening me. I don't understand any of this. I don't think I want this job. Excuse me, I think I'd better leave.
Just one moment. Sorry, I'll come to the point. It's just that we're not prepared. See, you were supposed to go to the higher office. Your record, everything here indicated that, but your accident...
What has my accident to do with this anyway?
Everything. After all, you did take your own life.
My own life? What are you saying? Are you trying to tell me that I'm dead?
Yes. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what I was trying to avoid.
You're telling me that I'm dead. And you're trying to decide whether to send me up to heaven or down to hell.
Actually, I'm afraid that in your case there is no choice.
Why not? What have I ever done that would warrant my being sent down there? Tell me one thing.
I'll admit that your record is quite good. As a matter of fact, in many ways it's exceptional. Still, your accident, it's the one thing they will not forgive. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do.
Then why all this? Why the interview if there's no point? It seems a hell of a waste of... Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean...
It's quite all right. In many ways I concur. I mean, it's not as though I were on a commission basis. It makes no difference to me which way they go. My job is simply to ease the journey.
Then you have nothing to say in the matter.
No, nothing. I'm sorry.
Well, then there's nothing I can say, is there?
No, I'm afraid not.
I don't mind, really. What the heck? It's just that nothing in my life warranted this. I mean, if only I'd done something, anything, then it wouldn't seem so bad.
Now, surely you're not suggesting that I send you back to rob or steal or commit a murder?
Oh, no, of course not. Nothing like that.
Just walk through that door.
Can you help me? I seem to have lost my way.
I'll help you all I can, but you're not lost.
Then where am I?
You're here.
Well, that doesn't tell me very much. I'm Justine. Well, if you won't tell me where I am, won't you at least tell me your name?
I'm the teacher. You may call me that.
Okay, teach. What's the lesson for today? When do we start?
As soon as I cure you of your inhibitions.
Is that necessary?
Yes. My task will be easier.
Just that for the first time in my life, well, for the first time, I've found contentment. How much time do I have?
Enough to do what you came for.
Could you...
What? Ask them to let you stay?
Yes.
To live out the time you had allotted?
Yes.
The time you wasted when you took your life?
Yes, please. Oh, please. I'll do anything. Everything.
You'll do that now, without any concessions. No, what you ask is quite impossible. My voice is nothing. My thoughts are nothing. In many respects, I'm like you. Nothing. Are you ready?
Yes. Can I...
What?
stay?
No.
But just for a little while.
No, it's time.
I'm frightened.
Of what? The fiery furnace?
Well, yes. I guess so.
There's no such thing. It's a myth. You'll see. You'll be quite comfortable.
I've done everything that I've been taught. Doesn't that count for anything?
I'm sure you've pleased the master. But nothing can change. Ever. Come now. Time is important. Touch my hand. Touch my hand.
Am I here?
Silly thing to say. Of course you hate.
It's just that I didn't expect this.
No. You could have expected this. Maybe witches and goblins running around sticking pins in you. Or rats. Thousands of rats staring at you. Eating your flesh, picking at your eyes. Roaches. Crawling over your skin. No. There's no rats. No roaches. I found them.
speck of dust. It was so tiny. I don't know how I found it. It was shaped kind of odd. It was pointed. It wasn't round. I thought a fly must have done it. I'm not crazy. Flies eat. They have digestive tracts, don't they? You can't see him. He's too smart for that. But if you listen, if you concentrate and listen, I close my eyes. I pretend I'm asleep. You must sit very still. Pretend you're asleep. Then he comes out. I must pretend. If I fall asleep, could be out, flying around. I'd never hear him.
Shh. Can you help me?
My voice is nothing.
What did you think about this bizarro, cult, weird film that is also adult cinema? We really have the melding of two worlds here, and it works. And boy, did it work. This film made millions. Very, very strange movie. A lot of talking in circles, which I don't know anything about. And we're just trying to figure these things out. I believe that this would be in limbo. We are in limbo as audience members. The cast members are in limbo. We're all in limbo. Georgina Spelvin, when they did the reboot for this many years later, decades later, she played a non-adult cameo, which was pretty cool. I just watched the greatest adult films of all time. She's in it, present day, giving a talking head. It's very, very, very cool. Georgina kissed a snake. Unplanned. The snake was on the set. The devil. It's a snake. And she just jokingly gave it a little love, and the director was like, oh, do that. Like, literally, they were joking around. Roll cameras. Now most people, they remember, like, oh, didn't you kiss a snake? It's in that documentary I just spoke of. So that's the most memorable to most people. The score is what's the most memorable to me. Whew. The original score to this adult film has been used in numerous, you say? Numerous. Yes, it's been in a lot of other productions, commercials, other movies. Do you know what song I'm talking about? Can you name some? Do you know any examples? Hey, do you want to know a fun fact? Regina Spelvin took a couple years off in the 80s just to, not do much. In 1984, she took the year completely off except for a cameo in Police Academy. Then in 85, she took it completely off, no production at all. And then in 1986, she was only in one film again, Police Academy 3. So she took, that's awesome. You want to know a fun fact that it's a deleted sketch from our sketch comedy show? Dumb fun fact. Police Academy, rated R. Police Academy 2, PG-13. Police Academy 3, PG. So Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol, should have been rated G. And it wasn't. It was PG. But wouldn't that have been funny if they kept stepping it down? We need more money. We need the youth. We need the youth. We need the youth dollars. We need the youth dollars. Blockbuster, money-making machine. It's one of the most infamous pictures of this genre. This film opened up so many doors. Gerard Damiano made Deep Throat 2 years prior to this. And that's what really started everything. But this was his coming through. I think he made a picture in between the two, but this was his I've kicked the doors open, now I'm coming through, with some experimental, weird cult film meets adult film. How You Like Me Now. Bizarre. A bizarre picture, which I respect. You gotta take chances. The other day I said that Beyond the Green Door yesterday was the second. Going through our notes, I realized, I don't know. Our first three were Debbie Does Dallas, The Devil and Miss Jones, Behind the Green Door. Debbie was number 1 for sure, and of those 2, I don't know which one was 2 and which one was 3. I just felt like I should put that out there in case anyone thinks I'm lying. This might have been the 2nd or the 3rd, and yesterday, Behind the Green Door, might have been the 2nd, might have been the 3rd. What a bunch of stupid crap. It's all just a bunch of crap. I'm a lot stricter nowadays. I've got Disney G-rated guidelines. I've got YouTube community guidelines. We have to stick to both. And I realized this is not a G-rated film. We say HE double hockey sticks. We smoke a cigarette. And we talk about taking one's own life. Not any of the bad buzzwords that people don't like on this subject. Literally, just the phrase, taking your own life. That's not G-rated material. I don't know how I let this slip. How I let it slip is that this was one of the first 3 we ever did, and my rules weren't completely strict. This is all dumb gobbledygook. Put this at the end or delete it altogether. I just wanted people, the real hardcore fans of this that pay attention to what we're doing. I don't want them to call me out like, oh, it might have been 2nd, it might have been 3rd, or why did you let this fall through and this didn't fall through? So I'm just trying to clear up these stupid little things that are probably all in my head. But now I feel better. Now they refer a lot to the accident. The accident. It's referring to taking one's life. I have an anti-taking your own life tattoo. I've talked all about it. How about we put it above my head? I shouldn't post this the green screen edition. I have some extreme points of view on the subject matter. We're not going to get into them here because they're basically not in this movie that you're about to see, but they are in this movie. The genesis of this film touches on a bunch of topics, which I have talked in depth on, and I'm just going to leave that there, okay? I wish peace and love to all of you. Even a bunch of people don't like me, clearly. And I wish peace and love to them. I wish peace and love to our friends and fans, haters, lovers, everyone. So if you want to talk about any of those subjects, go to that video and let's talk. This is a midweek drop. This is midweek drop 3. I'm doing a challenge where I'm trying to fill all 5 open days with midweek drops. One week I did 4. Usually I do 2 or 3. This week we're going for a record of 5. And I was inspired by that documentary because I was like, we've done almost all of these, but they're in our back catalog. Midweek drops are for re-releases, and so I gotta re-release our back catalog. All right, I appreciate you guys for watching, giving me a little bit of your time. That's pretty cool of you. Oh, if you do like what we do and want to continue our lo-fi little adventures, that we do have 2 PayPal buttons. Cash App, PayPal, the one nobody likes. We have a PayPal and Cash App, the new trendy one that the kids are loving. All right, I will see you tomorrow. We're going to be ending up the week with, I'm not going to tell you. I'll give you clues. We're going to be popping champagne 2 times. We're going to be popping champagne this way. We're going to be popping champagne that way. All week, 5 midweek drops, all from the golden age of adult cinema.
My thoughts are nothing. In many respects, I'm like you.